cows can moo. Can you? Spring has sprung, my fine friends. Come along, grab an arm. Let me take you to tour the green bean family's farm. The sun's barely up, and what do you know? The house lights are on with the rooster's first crow. He stretches his neck and says, does that sound like the way your day begins too? In the dairy parlor, the younger green beans are connecting the cows to the milking machines. The machines go chuff, chuff, and the cows go moo, moo. They clean udders beforehand and when they are through. Feeding the chickens is not all that hard. Just spread grains and seeds all over their yard. Nothing moves like a chicken or talks like one talks. Its claws go scritch, scritch, and its beak pock, 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 pocks. In the sheepfold, Mr. Greenbean shears the sheep's belly fleece. Then he shaves off the rest in one big, neat piece. Mr. Greenbean tries to be gentle and quick, to never pinch skin or to hurt or to nick. Most sheep sound alike. The lamb, ram, and ewe, they all go ba, ba, and have woolly fleece too. Mrs. Greenbean places the wool on a table and pulls out the tags as much as she's able. Next, she washes and dries it and cards out the knots. This task takes some time, 'cause knots, there are lots. Then she spins the wool into a thick yarn, and that's what she uses to knit green bean mittens and hats. In the truck garden's tidy vegetable beds are lettuce and kale with tiny green heads. Underground carrots sprout, they're actually roots. Above ground, the pole beans put out their first shoots. Dean's hoe digs for weeds, and it scratch, scratch, scratches. The scarecrow is dressed in an outfit that matches. With tractor and tiller, Mr. Greenbean needs to ready the soil for the planting of seeds. The green bean hitches up the manure spreader to fertilize the soil, make it richer and better. Suddenly there comes a loud banging crunch. A bent tractor axle would be my best hunch. But Mr. Greenbean, being smarter than smart, calls the tractor shop to get a new part. With axle in place, all shiny and new, there is one more thing Mr. Greenbean must do. He'll hook up the planter because, as he'll show, it will spit out the seeds in a nice even row. There goes the planter, spit, 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 spit. It does the job quick and is neat about it. We leave and come back on a dry summer's day, and when it is time for the green beans to bring in the hay, the sickle mower cuts down the field of tall hay. Then it's left out to dry for at least one more day. The hay rake swish swishes, it goes to and fro to gather the hay into piles like so. This long pile of hay, as all good farmers know, goes by a name. It is called a windrow. Here comes the baler with a loud rumbling roar, packing hay into bales that are easy to store. Vroom, vroom goes the skid steer as sister and brother stack up the bales on one on top of the other. Everything's green and growing quite well till midsummer comes and brings a dry spell. This means the green beans must now irrigate. They soak the dry soil after dark when it's late. Like a big garden sprinkler, the irrigator whips round and waters the crop with a whap-whapping sound. Come fall, we return for the harvest and reaping, a date we have all looked forward to keeping. The combine does two of the harvesting jobs. It cuts down the corn stalk and cuts kernels off cobs. The auger picks up the kernels like so and shoots them off into the tall grain silo. The kernels rain down with a rat-a-tat-tat. They fill up the silo in no time, like that. Let's check out the garden, the time how it's flown. See how the veggies have ripened and grown? Dug out of the earth or plucked from the vine, the green beans garden harvest was never so fine. Let's load up the truck. We must not delay, for didn't you know? It's Green Market Day. As market day ends, the fond memories linger. The green beans are too tired to lift even a finger. Their noses sniff, sniff, smells great. What is that? A farm fresh meal from the Cat in the Hat.